What happens when Disney's best trilogy comes to an end? What up, Star Wars?
You're about to find out on this episode of the P&S Watch series. Today we're watching Descendants 3. Of course we are. Thanks for asking. It stars Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Boo Boo Stewart, and Cameron Boyce. It was directed by Kenny Ortega.
Can you believe how many people genuinely seem to be very concerned that we were not going to watch this?
Right.
Michaela and I reacted to the trailer, but we ended up not posting it because around the same time, Cameron Boyce passed, and I didn't really feel like it would be in good faith to post a video reacting to that when it had been shot before he died.
And the reason that we didn't make a video reacting or responding to his passing was that it didn't really feel appropriate. Cameron Boyce is a part of this project that we have
always admired.
Yeah, and of course we're very sad because he passed away and he was so young. We just didn't really know what we were gonna say in a video just on that topic.
Yeah, we made a post on our Facebook page and on the YouTube community tab about it, and we felt like that was respectful and not
kind of exploitative.
Exploitative is the word I was looking for. It's not just sad because he plays, Carlos DeVille, in a Disney Channel movie. It's sad because he was a talented, kind young man who really should have lived longer than he actually did. I mean, it's not peppy, it's not fun.
No, and I think the best way to end that little section is to say that we're glad that it's the last one, not just because every time a new movie comes out we get bombarded with comments about whether or not we're gonna watch it, but also because how could you go on without Cameron with this series?
With these original characters, it wouldn't feel right to recast him. Thank you all for reminding us to do it. We were going to do it, we were never not going to do it, and we did want to address that, obvious baggage before we get to the actual film. We're very, very excited. We've come to care about these characters a lot over the last 4 years. Can you believe that it's been 4 years since we watched the first one?
And I just remembered that Werewolf Ben is in this.
Oh no, I don't want Werewolf Ben! Oh yeah, just a reminder, you can't stop watching the channel just because because there are no more Descendants videos. We make other stuff, but we're glad that you've enjoyed this, and hopefully we'll find something else that you guys enjoy as much. Let's get started.
4 villain kids, the VKs, came to Oridon, including me.
That's what you missed on Glee!
We've made that joke before. It says Jay's Way.
There's a newspaper!
What are the posters? There's Jay posters. I mean, I want one, but for a different reason.
This is something that happens in the first one, a callback of having this big opening number in the Isle of the Lost. And of course, the first song in Descendants 1 is We've Got All the... wait, no, that's the second one.
The first one is, I'm riding to the core. I don't remember.
Yes! That's Facilier's daughter.
I feel like they're gonna get to each pick one kid, because the newspaper said that 4 more VKs were going to Oridon.
That almost seems unfair. I mean, I guess they chose 4 originally.
Once again, the world building. So many questions.
To be fair, the original VKs, were very, very reluctant. They did not want to go. And now it seems like they've got a demand. Oh my god, no! No! Whose kids do you think they are?
I honestly wish we could take you all with us. Someday, very soon, maybe we can.
This feels kind of icky. This isn't just let's win a t-shirt. This is let's elevate your status and give you opportunities for a better life. Whoever screams the loudest.
Next is Son of Smee. Come on, Squeaky.
He's not one of the 7 dwarves.
And no way we're splitting up the twins, so get over here, Squirmy.
Aw,
okay, so that's cute.
I think it's funny how, clearly, they just look exactly like Smee.
I guess, in the context of that world, even though the world building is still a hot mess, I know why they're let's take them to Oridon instead of let's make the Isle better, because the Isle is a place to punish villains. Which is why I'm still if you're gonna make a place to punish the villains that are already dead anyway, why would you give them children?
Aw, it's nice that they have this huge welcome party as opposed to the first one. I definitely see that they're trying to do some similarities. Some parallels.
Doug? What's his name?
Doug? It's Doug.
He's
got a ponytail. That guy in front of them looked like he would rather be anywhere else.
Audrey's hair is both pink and blue. Oh god, there's Chad.
Oh god, Chad.
Why would they bring him back for this?
It worked out pretty well for the first 4.
Especially for you.
Really funny.
Oh, finally somebody in one of these movies told Chad to shut the up.
Oh no, is he
everywhere.
gonna propose? No, nobody wants this. Ben, stop.
They're like 18.
Yeah. Oh my god, that ring is huge! Yes! Say yes!
Yes!
They let this fool be king at 16, and now he's getting married at maybe 18 at the most. Why is his hair like that?
Oh my god. Now he looks like human beast.
Yeah.
At the end of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be his queen, and you let him slip through your fingers.
You're still royalty, I don't understand. She's dating another prince. She's been dating Chad for like a year. It's like Ben or nothing. That seems unfair to literally everybody except for Mal.
What is wrong with everybody?
Thank you, Audrey. First of all, they made it clear in the first movie that they elected Beast to be their king, and then they just allowed Ben to be crowned in succession rather than having another election? Do you have democracy or do you have a monarchy? We're back to the Barbie and the Nutcracker problem.
Bippity boppity, you betcha.
No, stop. Don't do
No,
that.
please don't.
You want him fair and square.
He wasn't in competition. He's a person.
Oh wait, no you didn't. You spelled Ben to destroy all of Oridon.
That was like 3 years ago. Ooh, the power play of the arm touch.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, it'll be interesting to see Audrey get like more of a role than just like vindictive ex-girlfriend. Hopefully she does grow beyond that, because that's what she is right now.
Lady Tremaine is Asian.
Oh really? My glue gun!
A glue gun! Dizzy's getting to me again.
Goodbye, Granny.
Oh, that's cute. Celia doesn't seem happy.
You're going to be a wise and brave king.
Is he though? Because he's like 18. He's been king for 6 days.
Who knows at this point? Ah! That's really all it takes!
I am a god! I don't belong here!
Oh my god, this is not a thing I want. Oh my god, did he just kill them?
Obviously not.
Yeah, drag it up. Oh, that looks worse in the sunlight. I didn't want it.
This is like the dragon from Shrek.
There's your precious queen! She can't even protect us!
She's a baby! That was a lot of tumbling.
That was a lot of somersaults backwards. Oh my god, I shouldn't be here. I'm like, then why do you look like you were part of like a 90s punk band?
He looks like he has cotton candy hair.
Your mother could hold on to a prince in her sleep.
So the second movie, she's at Sherwood Forest. They say that explicitly.
Yeah, what happened?
It seems like she was dating Chad in the second movie, which, like, I don't blame her for wanting Ben over Chad, but...
There's
like,
gotta be more men in this place. I mean,
Right.
come on.
I waited patiently for my time, but when it finally came, he called her name.
Audrey, obviously Ben isn't into you.
Oh no! What's happening?
We got-
Audrey, what are you doing?
We got a whole scene of them sneaking into the museum in the first movie, and then
Yeah.
she just puts the guard under a sleeping curse. Can she do that? You know what's always sexy? Fingerless gloves.
No. Well, now she's evil. It's interesting for, you know, the daughter of Maleficent to turn her back on that and then have the daughter of Aurora embrace that.
I just think it's weird that they gave Audrey one story in the second movie, and then in this third movie they're like, oh no, that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
We can't risk having another villain on the loose.
Oh, I hate this version of the Beast. He's elected as king, and then he gives the villains new lives, and then he also decides that they should have children because he thinks that the children will love them unconditionally enough to make them better people. Instead, what happens is the villains neglect and abuse their children. And so then Ben is like, I recognize that these children are innocent, so let me bring them over to Oridon. And his dad is like, no, don't do that. It's just easier for me to live with my guilt if they stay on that island. Now, they're like, let's bring more children over. And Beast is immediately like, no, every time we open the gate that I created, the problem that I created, there's a problem. And I'm like, yeah.
I think that we have to close the barrier forever.
Mal, where's Evie when you need her to talk some damn sense into Mal?
We're talking about closing the barrier for good. But you said no.
See what I mean?
I am so glad that you are going to be queen. You will stand up for the VKs.
I love how she now has like dark winged eyeshadow.
Her necklace earlier was like a little sparrow, and now it's like bigger.
You think Ben will love you now, you old hag?
What are you saying? He's the son of the Beast and Belle.
How bad is it? You age
beautifully.
Evie's so good.
They're going back to the aisle without telling Ben this feels familiar.
Carlos, you're gonna miss Jane's birthday!
Jane will be fine. Jane will find somebody who's actually straight.
Yeah. This is the alcove from the first movie where Mal sang that song about having feelings for the first time.
Time. First off, great new look.
Is Chad gonna save the day? What's happening? Or is he gonna get turned into a crow?
What happened in the second movie?
Okay, the guy who plays Chad has a great time in these movies, though. Like, I mean, I think that Chad, as much as we hate him, has some of the funnest material. Okay, that might be like the first cute outfit that Jane has ever worn in these movies.
It's the same outfit she's worn in every one of those movies, but it's shorts now.
Well, at least now somebody can go tell Ben!
Why does he have every button on his shirt buttoned up to his neck?
Wait,
Tell
Mal's
me.
okay now?
Evil magic doesn't work here. Kind of the point.
You can't
Oh,
do magic
yeah.
on the aisle.
Daddy!
Here she is.
I love Facilier!
What kind of hustle you got going on with them shiny people?
I got friends on the other side.
She's got friends on the other side.
You know what's nice is that not every villain parent seems to be bad. Facilia seems like a pretty decent dad.
Oh look, it's Gil and Harry. I'm honestly not mad to see Gil. He's fine, but he's simple, but...
Which is your type when it comes to men.
Gil, Gaston's son, that you can only tell by the antler necklace that he wears.
He's doing a very light Disney bound.
Gaston really does use antlers in all of his decorating.
Oh my god, Paige. You're very clever. Good job. I'm glad you're having a good time. Let's do this.
Get off my pie, cook!
Catch me if you can.
They are so flirty! I want Jay and Harry to end up together.
Cerberus!
Stay quiet. It echoes like crazy in here.
You're talking right now. Stay really quiet, she says.
Let's
as we
ride
get on
a
these-
rickety bike. Why does he live in the mines?
Because somebody saw the production of Hades Town and thought, hey!
Does he not actually have a three-headed dog?
Apparently not here, which would make sense. Why would you give him the three-headed dog?
Hi, Dad.
She knows
What?
it's her dad.
What? What? What's
has-
happening? What do you mean? What?
I left your mother. She's not the easiest person to get along with.
Ooh.
Wrong.
Wow, I can't believe Maleficent, let him do that, though.
Try being married to your mama!
They were married. Not only did they have a kid, but they were married.
I love this idea.
You're stronger with those daddy issues!
Oh, thank you.
That's a thing that they said in a Disney movie! Yes! I feel like I'm watching this in an auditorium. This feels like so much of a stage production that I would watch at Disney World.
Remember? Just
remember Cece.
gotta remember Cece's in this scene.
He's still here.
What blood?
You're only half Hades.
Well, what's the other option?
Budding. I can't believe he gave it to her.
I think he thinks it's not gonna work for her. Mal doesn't have any good, parental figures because Belle and the Beast in this series are a mess.
Yeah. They're cowards.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Just one. Benny Boo.
She just cares about being queen. She doesn't care about Ben. Ben is just the token to be queen.
How do you like me now, Benny Boo?
I'd probably like you a lot more if you stopped calling me that. I love this wig. I love the color. I want hair oh no! That's how Ben gets cursed. It's Audrey as punishment for rejecting her. There is a lot going on in this movie!
Stop bringing it up! This also happened in Barbie and the Nutcracker. I like that they all have the emblems on the back of their costumes. That's a nice touch.
No, it can't touch water. Yes! Oh my, yay!
I love that every time we see Evie, she's always making sure the younger child is are you okay?
We could try to be friends. Put our history behind us and celebrate our differences.
I just think Evie would be a better politician than Mal.
Evie is incredibly kind-hearted.
Yes.
She seems perfect for to be a queen. Clearly, I feel like this is something that Mal is going to learn by the end, that she shouldn't just be ruled by fear. Oh wow, that's so terrifying.
You have leaves on your trees. And what are those colored things on the bushes? Flowers?
Oh no!
Look, they're endearing me to Gil.
Hannah turned to stone.
We know this random band member.
Hannah.
Hannah. Her name's Hannah. Don't know if you saw her in the last two, but she was definitely there.
Who are her parents?
Says who?
Says me.
Says you, and that's supposed to mean something to me.
They
She
act
asked.
like exes!
hands.
FYI, I give great cuddles too.
Oh, dude.
Really disconcerting to watch the mouth move.
Well, except for the elk head in Dad's man cave.
Of course, Gaston has a man cave.
That's of course what he would call any house that he occupies. There's a lot going on in this movie. I'm kind of like seriously entertained.
Do you think his puppies would be able to talk?
Talking puppies. That's crazy.
I bet you lost some sleep thinking about me on the loose, huh?
Evie only knows how to stand in the power stance.
We have a situation here.
The one time that Harry is right about something.
I love like the little wind fan that they must have behind her to be creating that.
No, it's in front of her because her hair is backwards.
They got a sound numbered 1 to 50.
Do they? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. So far I haven't gotten quite the bop that chillin' like a villain is.
Or even it's going down. All except for the weird auto-tune Ben sequence in that song. That is
really
a
strong.
bop. Yeah.
I mean, What's My Name is also like
Sure,
so
yeah.
good. Okay guys, you can go back to fighting though. What's happening now? Love how she like enchanted them to dance instead of enchanting them to not be enchanted anymore. Hey, they touched.
You know what we should try?
Do we have time for this?
An icebreaker.
Oh my god, Evie!
Is she always this perky?
Oh, it wasn't really your turn, but thank you.
Okay, Evie.
You won the battle, you gotta win the war, Evie.
And dang, did you ruin Audrey's life.
Oh god, it's the forest. Where we saw Beast Ben
Yo,
in the trailer.
stop reminding me.
You know what would be fun? To go rafting down a jungle river.
Find a lost civilization.
Oh, or maybe a penguin.
What's happening? What is this conversation?
They're bonding, but they're both idiots, so they're just bonding over being dummies.
Jay's not stupid!
He cares a lot, and that's where it makes up.
They're gonna let all the kids come from the aisle.
Yeah, Mel, gotta not let your fear.
Break your promises.
Yeah, you can't forget where you came from. There's no point of getting up to where you are if you've forgotten to help the people that you were.
Wake up! He's spelled.
Evie, you know this story. What is happening to Evie right now?
Seems like things are meant to be, but I don't know.
I've been dating for so long.
You've been dating for like 2 years at least. Sophia Carson is so beautiful. Like, she is like ridiculously beautiful.
She's like, am I too bad for Doug? And it's like,
No.
that sounds like Mal's insecurity.
Honey, there is no way that he does not also love you.
He's like the first person to have told Evie that she could be pretty and smart. This whole song, like, it's a nice song, but it doesn't make sense.
Kiss, 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 kiss. Come on, just do it. No! Because the girls are off singing about feelings and then... Oh no, why does he have a tail?
You know, my dad said that his dad did not handle pain well.
She's still wet? It's been like a day. I can't believe Hades has like not been in this movie. 2 scenes!
Yeah.
He's been in 2 scenes.
I wanted to thank you.
Fierce Wicked Friends! Yay! That outfit is kind of rad, but I like the hair. I can't get over. It's too good. I'm willing to overlook like how fast she just went like full villain,
Yeah.
like for how good her hair is.
We're trapped!
That's what it feels like during a hurricane.
You caused our friends pain and fear. We've had enough, now disappear!
Yeah! Girls working together! Yay! Evie's like, it's working. My plan to make you all friends is working.
Doug is kind of useless. He's just there.
He's always been useless. That was quite a head grab.
I made it with my 3D printer.
We can't forget about the 3D printer that he's got.
Aww, it's their ship name on a necklace!
He only gave her 1 letter of the entire name. Do you know what Jarlos can also mean?
Yeah, we get it, Paige. It's cool that they recreated the cottage.
Chad has this emblem on his jacket that's a sword. Is it the Oridon emblem, or is it like his family crest? Because there's 0 swords in Cinderella.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, this is pointless.
The barrier will be closed for good.
This seems like quite a time to bring this up.
I knew it was a mistake to trust you. You're always out for yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm definitely on Uma's side here.
Yeah.
I actually thought you were brave. You're nothing but a chicken. Celia! Celia! No! Celia!
Okay, I don't blame Cece either. So the second movie doesn't make it clear that Uma wants all or nothing. She wants all of the kids to be given a chance to be themselves in a, safe and caring and nurturing environment, or she wants nothing.
I think the biggest thing that was evident in the second one was that Uma felt like it was unfair that Mal had gotten this chance when everybody should have. They give her not as good songs. Dove Cameron has a wonderful voice, and she's great, and obviously she gets to be the main character, but they give her such weird ballads. Boring ballads.
This song speaks to Quest for Camelot. I can't say why.
Ben saw something in you. Uma, you care about everybody.
It's like Mal didn't listen when Ben was like, she's just an angry girl looking for a better opportunity. Oh,
No,
here we go.
no.
Flashbacks.
It's a montage. Now it's just recapping things we've seen this movie. That happened 2 minutes ago! We know that it happened! What a great cape. I mean, at least we've got, like, the unresolved baggage from the first movie.
Do we need that resolved? It felt pretty resolved when they were like, Audrey transferred schools.
It's a really good point.
Audrey's starting a new life in the Sherwood Forest.
Yeah, she's gonna marry Robin Hood's son, who's a fox.
You know, they kept saying throughout this movie that Mal ruined her life. Like, I know what happened, I know what the events were, but how did that adversely affect Audrey's life in such a way?
The Ember won't do everything for you that it does for me.
What does that mean? Oh, is she asleep?
Who knows?
Disney's a hairstylist. Can't she cut their hair? Can't she fix them?
We sat on the steps because we couldn't do jack shit. She told her mom to go get the fairy godmother's wand, but then just sat on the steps of the museum instead of going to get the wand herself.
She's slipping away.
She's dying? Audrey is dying?
Hades? He wouldn't do it.
Actually, he might do it for me. He's my father.
Carlos and Jay are like,
Ben's
what?
like, oh, my father didn't just magic babies to these villains?
You deserve so much better than that.
You're just trying to do the right thing.
It's the wrong thing, though.
Thank you for coming.
Didn't have much choice.
That's fair.
When you guys tried to destroy the world, it's an error in judgment.
When it's one of us, lock him up, throw away the key.
Right, Beast?
Hades has a point. Beauty and the Beast is entirely about a man who was terrible and learned to be better, and he was rewarded for it. And then he turns around and gives none of the villains those opportunities. He only allows their children to come because he recognizes that they're children.
Why? Why is this a thing? Cheyenne Jackson is having so much fun just chewing on the scenery.
I have owed you an apology for a very long time now.
And so have I.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You know, this is good.
I've owed you one, too.
From the time that I accosted you at the dinner party, the luncheon, the picnic. What does it say on the back?
Soul Stealer.
He gave it to her. He gave her the ember.
Good, that bow.
Woo! That dress! I love how they always have the girl in the wheelchair, like, very front and center. But I'm like, it would be nice if she was a character. This is, like, definitely the same set that was at the beginning.
I can't be queen of just Oridon. I have to be queen of the Isle, too.
I don't know if that's the truth.
It's time that we take the barrier down.
We can't do that.
You want to bet? You abdicated.
Yeah,
whatever, step down, whatever.
You did. It is your fault.
Why is he doing the Barack Obama thing?
Princess Weeks made a tweet about how, like, this is a better story of breaking the wheel than the Game of Thrones finale was. And ultimately, I think this is a good conclusion to the series because this is what it has been building to.
Yeah.
Oh, Evie, no, don't cry. I'm gonna cry. Oh! Uma, yay! Uma, I'm gonna cry! She looks so happy! What is fair, I think, is that, like, the second movie is very much about, like, Mal being insecure about herself. And she gets over that. Uma was definitely given the shorter end of the stick, and I think that's because, like, it was the second movie of a trilogy. Uma has been properly, like, acknowledged for, like, what her motivation is, and I appreciate that this movie was very much like, no, what Mal did was shitty. I mean, it kind of speaks to the whole thesis of the movie, which is that people are capable of good and bad regardless of who they are or where they come from. I think Mal could eventually be queen now that she has learned all of these life lessons, but that time is not now.
I remember last movie when they were like kind of hinting at Jay and Lonnie and they were like, look.
Yeah,
and Lonnie's not in this
here.
at all.
There are certainly some things that they just drop.
They're like, hey, we have a crane. Let's use it. Looks better than the actual dragon.
That looks better than the real dragon.
She's wearing pants! She's got pants on.
Those are big pants.
I'm actually really nervous to meet your mom.
His mom is Cruella de Vil. I'm petrified.
Wait till she hears I want to be a vet. What do you say you and me go exploring? I'll do a gap year.
Oh, okay. Are we going there?
Where is Maleficent? Is Maleficent dead? They just couldn't get Kristen
She's a
Chenoweth
lizard.
back. Oh yeah, she's still trapped as a lizard. It was a good conclusion to the series. Oh no!
I don't know why I feel like I'm walking away with more problems with Mal than I went in.
I think Mal was the most problematic in this one. I mean, it's because she has this big decision where she goes back on her promise out of fear.
Yeah, and it affects more than just
her. We never saw Ariel or Eric. Nope. There are so many that we never ever see.
I'm honestly okay with not seeing the parents because going back and having rewatched the first one, the parents are the problem. We've moved past being angry at the fact that they're caricatures. We get that. We know why they're that way. They don't do what the movie needs them to do. And the second one is so much stronger for focusing less on their part of the story and more on the VKs.
This one was very much a political story of like building on the lessons that we've learned from the previous two of a child is not its parents' mistakes and how you cannot hold a child accountable for the mistakes of its parents or like the crimes or whatever. The life that you are given and the one you are born into has a huge role in the way that you act and move through the world. And it is not necessarily indicative of you being a good or bad person.
Right. Then this one kind of culminates with using your privilege either for your own gain or for the gain of others.
I would also say that one of the things is that, you know, Mal and Ben kind of ignore this very uncomfortable thing of like how they got together. Like in the first movie of like, yeah, Mal did put a spell on Ben. And it was always quite clear that Ben didn't really like Audrey that much. Yeah. They were just dating out of convenience.
And apparently expectation, if we're going by this movie.
But there is still the fact that like, he breaks up with Audrey by immediately getting together with Mal in this really weird way. And I liked that they confront this uncomfortable social situation of like, they never really apologize to her, even though like Audrey's mean, especially at the beginning of the movie, and she's catty and stuff. But like, I like that there was a big point made of like Mal and Ben both like apologizing to her. Right. And being like, it's been a long time coming, but like we owe you an apology. Yeah. That enough is not always going to be the right course or anything. Like apologies do not just make hurt feelings go away, but like it was nice to see them kind of be accountable for those actions. I liked the culmination of all of the things that they've been playing around with in this final movie, and I thought that it was actually really effective. And especially for kids, like, this is a very effective story of like, when you get to the place that you've always dreamed you would be, you have an obligation to remember where you came from and try and help other people. They bring up pretty blatantly like that it's a matter of privilege, like Audrey is allowed to come back because of who her family is. Yeah. Like, she's allowed to have the second chance even though she did this horrible thing. And that's because she's Aurora's daughter. I guess the moral of the story is
genuinely just like the golden rule behind everything. It's, you know, do unto others as you would have done unto you.
And use your privilege to help others. It's a systemic issue, not a matter of like innate good or badness. Right. These are deep, like, actual themes that they are trying to tell. Like, this is a story that has real world applicability.
And in that way, this seems like it was planned out in this way, like from the beginning. Like,
it does feel that way.
These aren't three separate movies with three separate messages. This is one cohesive story told in three parts.
Yeah. I would say that my biggest complaint is that Audrey just goes from like 0 to like breaking into a museum and stealing a crown like real fast. It fits in with the movie's theme of accountability. Yeah. And breaking the wheel. But
that's like I think that's like the one thing that feels like it wasn't necessarily planned out from the beginning. Like maybe Sarah Jeffrey was busy during the second movie, so they just couldn't have her. Yeah. And so they were like, okay, we'll just make something up. And then they were like, oh, but she's back now. It's fine.
Yeah, Uma's thing isn't resolved. And I felt like that was resolved in a very, very satisfactory way. I felt like my issues with, like in the first movie of, you know, Audrey being very clearly like biracial, you know, her like seething over, you know, her stolen boyfriend and like this charming white couple, I had an issue and I was concerned, but this movie definitely, I think, kind of put some of those fears to rest. So that was the moral. We enjoyed it. I'm kind of sad it's over.
I'm not.
What?
It was a good ending, and I'm glad I don't have to look forward to more. Are you gonna watch D4? Gonna do it? When? When's it gonna happen?
We have never pretended to be like a Descendants channel. We just happened to be
like the only adults talking about Descendants on YouTube.
We couldn't have known shooting that on your iPhone. I regret that decision more
I seem to remember being like, why aren't we using a camera? And you were like, I just want to try.
I just want to see. It's not like anybody's gonna watch this one. That was very, very fun. It has been 4 years. Thank you guys for being here for all of it. We've enjoyed it, but we're also relieved
that we can do other things.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for being so patient when it came to this.
Except you were not patient.
How dare you all?
them for that.
We genuinely hope you enjoyed it because we will not be watching these again for you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed us and thought we were funny, you should go ahead and subscribe down below if you haven't already. We make
Click the bell as well, so that you don't miss any of our videos. We really, really want AdSense revenue.
Yeah, that would be great. Let us know your favorite villain kid below, or just your favorite kid in general if you like Audrey. Subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, help us beat the algorithm. And
if I'm only 6 steps away from Kenny Ortega, one of you better introduce me.
What about me?
I mean, yeah, obviously. We're a package deal, it's fine.
That's very true. All right. Speaking of package deal, one of us will see you real soon.
Would it actually be a Descendants movie if it wasn't directed by Kenny Ortega?
This is meant for a child. I am like bursting through the fabric.
Nothing to do with the movie, but I went to go get beignets at Port Orleans one night during BookNet Fest, and there was this dad and his daughter waiting, I assume for the Halloween party, and they were Facilier and Cece.
Oh,
it was adorable.
No!
Yeah.
That's so cute!
Yeah.
I started to listen to some of the songs and I was just like, oh wow, this is like dark. I can practically taste the dirt in my mouth from the Dust Bowl imagery. Yeah. Now, it's Jafar and Maleficent that have that wonderful Mark Davis art, right?
It's Andreas Deha.
Andreas Deha.
Because Andreas Deha used Maleficent art to draw Jafar.
Yeah,
and
Mark
so it was
Davis.
and Mark Davis, yeah.
Yes,
and it was a gift to Mark Davis for his 80th birthday, I think.
Were you hanging out with Happy's son?
He's not as happy as his dad.
I mean, you know what we could do next? We could watch High School Musical.
It's not gonna happen.
Leave a comment below if you'd like us to watch High School Musical.
Don't do that.
Change all of your comments to High School Musical stand
please
things.
don't do it.
Leave a comment below if you want us to do that.
Don't do it. I have to finish Extravaganza sometime this lifetime.
Well, we'll do it in 2020. High School Musical 2020!